Hey G Nation, it's your favorite nurse Jasmine, and I'm back today with another video. So we all know that Sundays I usually post a vlog, but I am not gonna do that today. There's a lot of things going on in our world right now, and let's just be honest, there's a lot of racist shit going on right now, and I just felt the need to address it because I am tired. I am tired of seeing our black men die and people make excuses for why things happen, or people make nasty, disgusting comments of he deserved it, or making excuses for why officers or people of the Caucasian descent, you know, call the police and lie and say that they are fearful for their lives when it is such a blatant lie. You know, why it is okay for our black men to die simply because of the color of their skin. As a proud African-American woman and the mother of two beautiful black boys, a wife to an amazing African-American male, I am tired of the narrative being that we are a threat based on color. Like, I've had to explain to my kids that people will find you a threat based simply off the fact that you are a black boy. And that is something that I've had to instill in them throughout the years. It should never be that way. No one should ever have to raise their kids saying that people will find you a threat because you are black, that the police can kill you and it be okay because you are black. I'm talking about the horrible murder of George Floyd. I don't care what anyone says, that is murder. He blocked off his carotid artery with his knee while 3 other police officers sat there and let it happen. That man told them he could not breathe. He told them everything was hurting. He told them, he screamed for his mother. It is a disgusting video to watch, while other officers sat by and watched it happen. They had him pinned down in handcuffs. And then when his body went limp, no one, not even EMS who arrived to the scene, decided to start your basic CPR. If anyone is in the hospital and they become unresponsive, and if you take a basic BLS course, they tell you to check for responsiveness and to start compressions and breaths. That was not initiated by anyone, which blows my mind. Not only do I find it disgusting that he sat there until that man was lifeless and no one else did anything. Like, how long do you have to hold someone down while they're in handcuffs before you put them in custody? Even when he stops moving and there are people telling them to check for a pulse, they do nothing. All it would have taken was for one person to do something and he would still be alive. If he was white, he would still be alive. And let's just be honest. So when I come on my platform and I make videos of being discriminated as a nurse, having people tell me that I will never be a nurse or I will never advance in my career because I am black, or when I share with you guys how people automatically think I am housekeeping, they think I am dietary, they think I am the CNA, they think I'm the aide. They always equate my blackness with being something of being inferior. It is because it happens. It is something that I want to share. Although I'm here to motivate and help, you know, everyone grow in this career field, and to share my experience and to kind of give you guys information to help you along, because there was a lot of information that I learned along the way. But I share these stories to let you know that racism is still a thing. You still will be treated differently, even as a nurse. You will still be treated differently based on the color of your skin. I've had, you know, a patient tell me, are you housekeeping? And I told her, no, I'm your nurse. And she was like, oh, good for you. As if like it was unheard of to see a black nurse. You guys know that recently I lived in upstate New York. There has been a lot of racist situations that I've had to deal with my children, because like I said, I am raising 2 beautiful black boys, and it is nothing that I have shared on social media because I felt like there was no point to putting it on here. There was no lesson in it. There was nothing that you guys could benefit from it. But there were several incidents while living in upstate New York where my kids were treated differently. My oldest was assaulted just because they are black. And that is because upstate New York is not used to black people. Let's be real. Like, there's people that live up there, but the area that we were in is a predominantly white area. And not saying that everyone that lives there was racist, because they were not. And I've made some good, you know, some good friends up there, but we all got treated different because we're black, and it has to stop. There has to become a point where it stops. We are tired of losing our black men. We are tired of feeling devalued. We are tired of the same narrative as this is how it's always been. We know, but that doesn't mean that it's right. And at some point it has to stop. There are plenty of petitions out there that you can get involved in. You know, I'm not saying go out and loot and riot and all this other stuff, but you know, I can't really get mad at the rioting, because if they're not listening to us, if they're not even taking face value of what is put in front of them to show a police officer murdering a black man because they thought he was writing a bad check, you know, then like, what do you do? Who do you call when the police are murdering our black men? Like, how do I feel safe of letting my boys into this world, knowing that they could be targets simply because of the color of their skin, and then there could be nothing will happen because of it? Knowing that people will automatically treat me different, even in the profession that I am in, simply because I am black. That my brother and my uncles and my nephew and all of my relatives get treated inferior because of the color of their skin. So at some point we have to stand up, and some point we have to come together as a community. And all of you guys who are out there, and you're so, you know, you have this huge platform, because my platform is not as big as others. Those are the ones that are silent. Those are the ones who are not saying anything. Those are the ones who are acting as if nothing is happening. Those are the ones who fail to even express their disgust in what has been going on. I am not one of those people. And if I can even bring awareness to anyone who feels scared of a black man or threatened by a black man simply because of his color, treat people as freaking human beings. We're all human beings. Address me as such. Don't think because, you know, the 2 guys who are renting a property, who, you know, for their fitness studio, oh, you can't be here because you have to rent this property. Yeah, black people are doing great things these days. There's a lot of entrepreneurs and CEOs and big bosses and people moving up in corporate ladders. We can do those things. Don't treat us different because we are black. Stop being scared of us because we're black. Don't automatically think, not saying that, you know, housekeeping or dietary are invaluable or they're inferior, but they're not, because I appreciate all of my EVS staff, let's be real. But stop automatically equating us to not having a degree, or not being able to be a nurse or respiratory, or, you know, doctors. Don't equate us to that. We are great, we are powerful, and at some point, you guys, we have to come together and finally say enough is enough. So like I said, there's a lot of petitions going around. There's a lot of things that you can do to be involved. Even if it's just bringing awareness, being aware of what is going on. That is really all that I wanted to say today. I am tired. I am disgusted. I am annoyed and irritated that this is the world that we still live in. And this is the world that, you know, I have to bring my boys have to grow up in. This is just a sad time and a hard time for the African American community. And if you don't see a problem with what's going on, then you're a part of the problem.